What's going on today, guys? This your homie Big C-DOGG, aka Dragon Master, coming at you. This video, the reason a lot of you are seeing this on the Big C-DOGG page as opposed to the Dragon Master page, quite simply is because right now I don't have internet access at my apartment. Therefore, I don't have access to the Dragon Master YouTube channel that I have. All the login information for that channel is on my desktop, and unfortunately, like I said, I don't have access to it on any other computer. I can't remember the email address, nor can I remember the password. I know it's stupid, but really I never think to remember stuff like that from like a secondary email, and that's what that's under, is a secondary email kinda, because I always stay logged into it. Now in a situation like this is where it bites me in the ass. The only reason this video is being uploaded along with any other videos I upload for a while now is because I will actually be uploading it using my girlfriend's internet from her house. So the videos will be recorded at my apartment, but they will be uploaded from her house, seeing as I cannot pick up the internet the internet signal from my apartment, which is weird because I live literally 4 houses down from my girlfriend. But at the same time, I kind of understand why I can't access it, and that's just a whole situation I don't even want to begin to burden you guys with the information on. I have been a little out of the loop here with Yu-Gi-Oh because of my internet situation. I have been trying very hard to keep up with what I can through the Yu-Gi tubers that I watch, thanks to my phone. And the main Yu-Gi tubers I watch are, of course, CyberKnight8610 and Simo as well. Along with that, I've been kind of keeping up here recently with the Yu-Gi-Oh fan page, the wiki site, just little odd and things like that. Before I continue into this video, I hope you guys like my new background. Shit, sorry about that. For a while now, I've been wanting to do a background for my videos. I just really never had, I guess you can say, the means to do so. Prior to me getting my own apartment, I did, as a lot of you guys know, live with my mother in a crummy little bedroom that was also the basement area of the house, considering the fact that it had the hot water tank and the fucking furnace in it, along with a good majority of the fucking pipes. Go figure, right? So because of that, I never really had the proper means to set up like the station that I have now. What you are seeing right now as far as computers are concerned, I'm recording on my Alienware laptop, because out of the 3 laptops I own, and one of them is not hooked up right now, out of the 3 laptops I own, my Alienware has the best camera on it. The one laptop I own, the one that isn't set up, actually has a version of a Linux operating system known as Debian. My Acer here, which is literally the oldest computer I own, I've had this thing for, Christ, 6 years. Knock on wood, it's still up and running. I don't use the camera on that because I've tried in the past just to record to see what it would look like, and it looks like complete shit. And then you can barely see the 3rd monitor here, but there's 3 monitors. This is my main desktop right here. I am a tech geek by choice, as a lot of the followers that I have on the big C-DOGG channel are well aware. A lot of them, I actually know in person. And then of course there's one other desktop I have. It's an XP machine. Its sole purpose is to just run like a video or right now it's running a screensaver because I don't have access to the internet again Therefore, the video that I would love to run on it, I can't, because it's in an MP4 format, and this machine isn't capable of running MP4 files. So, but basically enough of the boring shit now. So, the real purpose of this video is to, of course, inform you that I am still here. I'm still going to be making videos. I might not be getting them uploaded as much as I'd like, but I'm still here. I'm still making videos. You know, I'm in my new apartment now. I'm still fighting to get internet, but that's not going to stop me. My girlfriend has internet. So, as for my lovely little background here, as you can see, I have 4 beginner's guides up here. I kept some of the beginner guides that I had. Didn't really know what I was going to do with them, but one day when I was moving my living room around, and this is the living room area, I was like, you know what, let's do something about all these play mats and the tin lids and some of the cards that I have that I'm not going to use other than, you know, just collection and shit like that. I make no mistake about it, every card you see here, from this one to my PGA graded Relinquisher, they're all real cards. No, they are not stuck to the wall using nails or thumbtacks or anything like that. They are all in a protective casing. Relinquish probably has the most protective casing there is. And it's just a little piece of tape holding them to the wall. I can take them down and do as I please. The card on the other side of the Kaiba tin lid there, apart from Relinquish, that is my Portuguese Blue Eyes White Dragon, the original artwork at that. Literally one of my favorite cards. As you guys know, Dragon Master is my handle both on the fan page and for my other YouTube channel. I love dragons. I mainly deal with dragon-based decks and stuff like that. Then when you start coming down the wall, the 3 cards you see here are my copies of the original God cards. I'm talking about the cards that are not tournament legal. And then this one here is the very first. It's a little damaged because of age and a few stupid ass reasons for it to be damaged. But it is my very first copy of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Again, one of my absolute favorite cards. When it comes down to Galaxy Eyes and Blue Eyes, they're actually tied for first when it comes to my top 5 dragons, I guess you can say. So they're both at the number 1 spot there. Number 2 would of course be Red Eyes. Actually, no, I lied. Number 2 is Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, followed by Alternative at the number 3 slot. Red Eyes actually comes in at number 5. Number 4, if I had to pick a dragon to be at the number 4 spot, would probably be, just because it's a Blue Eyes fusion and it doesn't rank very high with me, Neo Ultimate Dragon. If I had to choose, if someone wanted me to put one of the 2 Ultimate Dragons, in my top 5, Neo would be my first pick, mainly because of his effect. Aside from that, I do still very much love the original Ultimate Dragon. Matter of fact, the original Ultimate Dragon is tied with Shining Dragon. So, yeah. A lot of cards in the top 5. More than 5. But you get the gist of it. And then, of course, you see the individual play mats here. I got Warrior Strike structure deck. Couple of the 5D structure deck mats. I'm not real sure with this dark blue one and the one below it. I don't really remember where some of these mats came from, what decks they came out of. Because honestly, I bought the decks, took them out, put the cards in my collection, used what I used, and that's pretty much it. And then, of course, for most recent decks anyway, You see the Dino Master's Fury Structure Deck playmat, and of course right below it, Link Strike. Link Strike was actually the last set of Yu-Gi-Oh cards I was able to get before I actually moved into my apartment. I'm very much interested in the Cybers monsters for the initial fact that for some reason I feel like they could play kind of a supporting role in a Galaxy Eyes build. They just strike me as being cards that might do very well in a Galaxy Eyes build. I might be wrong. I haven't been able to do a whole lot of research into it. Even though I do have unlimited data on my phone, I have Straight Talk, which only gives me a certain amount of high-speed unlimited data. So I'm a little restricted with what I can actually do. But this is another reason why I'm making this video. I wanted you guys to see the beginnings of the background. Ultimately, what's going to happen is this wall to where my computers end is going to be covered in Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, dual mats, beginner's guides, tin lids, stuff like that as I get them. Along with that, the wall you see over here is just a little section of wall that you see, that one dragon plaque I have. It will also have Yu-Gi-Oh related items on it as well. Again, playmats, stuff like that, as I get them. Hopefully by then my little computer area, my recording area, stuff like that will be finished with setup. Because my ultimate goal is from the wall that dragon plaques on to about where my TV is to be all computer equipment, desks, everything. To the point that in this corner I'm either going to be putting a L shape or a wraparound desk. Haven't really decided yet. Again, I don't really have the funds to think about it too much, so you know, it kind of is what it is. Yeah, I wanted to touch on my view of some of the Cybers monsters. Haven't really had the means to really test out a Galaxy Cybers deck because, again, I don't have internet access, but that's kind of where I'm leaning towards. Another thing I wanted to let you guys know about is, while this version of YGO Pro is a little outdated, I'm not going to lie, it's a little outdated now. I have been working on a new Dragon deck, of course. Dragon Master. What else would I be working on? The deck that I've been working on is, well, a Blue Eyes deck. Now, I've said in past videos I do like Galaxy Eyes builds, I do Blue Eyes, Galaxy Eyes hybrids, stuff like that. Very rarely do you ever see me attempt to do like a straightforward dragon-based deck with a certain archetype. Blue Eyes, again being one of my favorite archetypes, just so happened to have gotten that calling. Mainly because a couple days ago I decided that I was going to look on YGO Pro to see what kind of spell and trap cards that I could find just by typing in the word dragon. Actually came across a couple of very interesting cards. One being a spell, one being a trap. The first card that I came across is the spell card Ruins of the Divine Dragon Lord. I like this card for a simple fact that, again, for everyone out there who's a subscriber to both channels and have heard me talk about this subject, I hate Zodiac. With a burning passion, I hate Zodiac. That being said, Ruins of the Divine Dragon Lord, if a monster or monsters, depending on the situation, I guess, is special summoned except from the graveyard while you control a level 7 or 8 dragon type monster, that face-up special summon monster has its effect negated until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. The second part of its effect I don't really use too much. The third part I use on occasion because it helps to negate the effect of certain Zodiac cards like Broadbull. It doesn't so much work on Dryden. I'm going to be getting into the whole Zodiac BS that's been going on in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, either in this video or in another video. I don't want this one to be too long. But the second part is you can send one other face-up card you control to the graveyard, special summon one Dragon Lord token. Of course, it's a dragon type, light attribute, level 1, 0 attack, 0 defense, and stuff like that. The last part of its effect is you can send one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster from your hand or face up on your side of the field to the graveyard, and if you do so, add this card to your hand. So it has a failsafe if it ends up being destroyed. But again, it's a good card to use if you want to negate the effects of cards in the Zodiac archetype, like Broadbull, for example. It kind of eliminates possible extra special summons that turn, at least from the monster point of view. The other card that I found is a card called Double Dragon Descent. I actually have a copy of this card. I own a physical copy of this card. But when your opponent's Xyz monster declares a direct attack, special summon one light dragon type Xyz monster from your extra deck in attack position. Then the attacking monster has to attack that card instead. Their attacks become equal, and ultimately because of that, they're both destroyed. So again, a very good combatant, I guess you can say, for me concerning the Zodiac deck. The only thing keeping this deck from actually being a true Blue Eyes deck is the fact that I am running 3 copies of Assault Wyvern for special summoning purposes. The majority of the monsters in the deck are level 8 monsters. Excuse me, with the exception of a couple level 10s. Those two being 1 copy of Shining Dragon and 3 copies of Deep Eyes. Just odd and end things like that. I have tested the deck out. The first time I tested it out, I ran 6 duels against Zodiac on YGO Pro. Of course, it's the computer one. I did 6 duels, match style, and my record with that was 4-2. The deck is not the best when it comes to consistency, but it does what I need to do. It demonstrates 2 things. It demonstrates A, the ability to practically shut down the Zodiac deck ASAP. I have beaten the Zodiac deck on this game in as little as 3 turns with all 8,000 life points still intact. I have also beaten this deck when down to as little as 150 life points, and the Zodiac deck is still sitting high and mighty at 8 grand. This deck demonstrates the ability to shut down the Zodiac deck, along with the ability to bring main deck power. And again, I'll be getting into that one probably in the next video. But for right now, that's kind of all I wanted to let you guys know about my internet situation, why I haven't been uploading videos, why videos are now going to be uploaded to the big C-DOGG page for a little while until I can get internet and re-access the Dragon Master page. Of course, also I wanted to show you the beginnings of my new background, the computer setup, and talk a little bit about the deck that I'm building, that I'm working on right now. I do still need a few cards in order to bring that deck to a physical reality. I am hoping to obtain all the cards I need by September 24th because there's a regional tournament coming up in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for right now, guys. As always, like and subscribe to the page. leave your comments down below on what you think of the video, and I always do look at my comments to kind of see, what people are saying and possible other topics that I can talk about. Once I do get a little bit more established, I am going to be doing like pack and deck openings and stuff like that. Just little odd things that are kind of break up from the norm as far as this discussions are concerned. So like I said, as always, like and subscribe to the page. Until next time, YouTube, this is your homie Big C-DOGG, also known as Dragon Master, signing out for the night. Peace.